your 40s, certain things start to happen. You will likely have lost someone close to you. A friend of yours has gotten cancer. You go through these curveballs in life that really rock you. Realize what is actually important. And it's not the guy who's charismatic or the guy who's wearing the right brand of clothes. These superficial things that we used to think were so important, these things that used to feed our ego, they aren't important. You recognize what matters is, will someone be a rock? Will they show up at the hospital? Will they hold your hand while you're grieving your parents' death? Like, these are the actual things that matter. And I think when you're in your 20s and 30s, you don't experience these life-shaking moments. You can't afford to have more of an ego-driven way about finding partners.
Well, dang, you all heard it right here. You can't say that this gorilla made this up. You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. She said real clear. When you're dating in your 40s, and she's talking about women, you try to get stable things. You no longer think about fancy cars and hot guys anymore. Wow, ladies, it's almost like men have been saying for years, you always go for the bad boys and ignore the good guys. You know, Mr. Average, Mr. Boring, Mr. doesn't have a six-pack, Mr. doesn't have a sports car, Mr. is not a bad boy, doesn't have a criminal record, doesn't have 6 inches where it counts, Mr. he's not 6 feet tall. And then after you smash through the wall, that your head's sticking out the other side like it was mounted on a rack, you want the guys that you ignored all throughout your 20s, your early 30s, to swoop on in and be Captain Saber 304. Now, don't get me wrong, I am absolutely certain there are plenty of simps out there that will do just that. But every day, there are fewer and fewer of them. Let's face it, Queens, modern day men are wising up to the game. There aren't as many suckers as there were, although there are plenty of guys out there that will continue to smash your roast beef. There are far fewer that will give you the championship wedding ring. The bulk of you decades plus post-wall Queens out there won't even make the playoffs. Before we move on, I want to bring attention to the fact that 79% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel. Come on, fam. You've seen my logo on other channels, and you're already here. Please hit that subscribe button and support the channel. It really helps out. Moving on.
Okay, if you are over 40 and you are unmarried and you've never been married before, this is the video you probably didn't ask for, but you need to see. Because I was just reading a study, and the study said that ladies who are unmarried and never been married before have a 9% chance of getting wifed, and men who are unmarried and never been married before have a 12% chance of making it down the altar. So why am I sharing this? Is it to scare you? Is it to be pessimistic? No, it's to encourage you to get out there and meet your person if this is something that you want. Otherwise, it's only going to get harder, and I'm sorry, but the odds are not in your favor. Like, these numbers are scary. And what usually happens, and what I've observed, is once you hit that point in your life, you feel like you've earned the right to be ultra picky and ultra particular and perfectionistic. And maybe you have, right? Because you have a lot of life under your belt. You're like, I know what I want, I know what I don't want. But guess what? If you can find like 80 to 85% of what you're looking for, compatibility-wise and chemistry-wise in someone, and you want marriage and you want that life, whether it's with kids or not, I think that's a pretty damn good deal. I don't think you should like continue to look for 100% because first of all, no one's perfect. And second of all, again, the odds are already stacked against you. Get out there, get on dating apps, start meeting people, hire a matchmaker like me, or enter my free database. But time is of the essence, guys. And a lot of you are dragging your feet. Hopefully this was a bit of like, you know, the kick in the ass that you needed. Maybe some of you guys are going to be mad, whatever. Follow for more.
Okay. All right, let's be honest here. This Colleen is trying to come from a neutral standpoint, try to address to men and women about getting marriage and their statistics after the age of 40. Let's be real here, Colleen. The vast majority of men after the age of 40 are not looking to get married unless, of course, they want to start a family. They want to have children. Other than that, it has to be an exceptional decision as to why they want to get married. I'm not going to knock you for deciding to put a ring on it after the age of 40, but in all reality, it's the vast majority of women who are over 40 that want to get married. Not men. You don't hear men out here saying, oh, I'm 40, I need to get married. Actually, by that age, they're like, okay, I'm 40. I'm good. Let's keep on trucking. And let's throw on top of that, the ones who are picky and have a laundry list of requirements are women by far. I'm not saying men don't have standards. They do. But usually their standards are a fraction of what women want. And the sad thing is most women can't even meet the list of the man's requirements. Also, when she said at 40, you want to have children, you know she was addressing men. Women having children after 40? Come on, queen. At that age, most women have less than 4% of their eggs left. They are literally an egg carton down to the last egg. That's going to bring a bunch of issues because there's no guarantee that that last egg was the golden egg she was waiting for. Nope, you get what you get. That's the leftover. Good luck making an omelet out of that one. And the funny thing is, the ones that are ultra picky, again, are women. I'm sorry, that is a reality. A lot of women use a man's standard of success as their own standard of success. Women start to believe that because they've advanced in their careers, or they have a home that is almost paid off, or they own this car, or they have money that gives them the right to choose. Guess what, ladies? 90% plus of men do not care about those things. And hey, this gorilla is all for you ladies getting up there and getting on those dating apps. But expectation management is warranted. You can't get $1 million condo when your credit is below 550. Moving on.
Hey, so Inspector Hillary here, and just here to say that dating in your 50s sucks. I've been single for about 1.5 years, and I decided to put myself out there just recently. Really very happy being single. I am, writing plays, and I have a successful home inspection business, and I am a mom to some fantastic kids, and my life is very full. But I thought, it'd be nice to share that wonderful full life with someone else. And so I went on the dating apps, and right away I met somebody who's great. He's a great person, super kind, wonderful, really brilliantly smart. And we went on about 5 dates, and the connection was wonderful. And then he did what a lot of people do, is he started to pull away. And long story short, we ended it. He is not ready for a relationship, which is not what he said in the beginning.
Wait. Hold up there, my advanced post-wall Colleen. How exactly can you start a video saying dating sucks and then you say you're very happy being single? That's like this gorilla saying the NFL draft sucks because I didn't get drafted. But living the not drafted life is awesome because, I got a great t-shirt collection. I have awesome opinions about modern dating, and I can juggle. Yeah, none of that is going to replace the fact that I didn't make the NFL. So comparing all these odd things that you have, Colleen, to say it's better than dating comes off as quite disingenuous, to say the least. Then you go on to this story about how you met this guy on a dating app, and he was like Mr. Wonderful, and you went on 5 days together, and then he pulled back, and it's on him. He's not ready to have a relationship, even though that's not what he said. Let me translate that from womanese. I thought I could hold on to this guy. He is everything that I wanted, but he didn't want me. He didn't want a relationship with me. He didn't pull away. He hightailed it and ran the hell out of there. I couldn't hook him in. I'm sorry, ladies, but the reality is getting a guy to date you is easy. Retaining the guy, the great guy that you like, that's the hard part. Again, NFL analogy. You got the date. Okay, great. You made the draft. After 5 dates, he pulled back and he wasn't ready to go on. You didn't even make the playoffs, honey. You got cut from the team. By the 5th game into the season, you got benched.
Said that he was fully, wanting a committed relationship. And I, on the other hand, was honest with him about where I was at, which is that I'm not sure what I want. I think that I won't know until I meet the right person. And so I'm here to see if the right person is out there. And if the right person comes into my life, then it'll mean that I'm ready to devote the time and energy and effort to getting to know them. And then I'll make a decision. But I'm willing to go all in on the right person. And that's what I did. And it was great. And then it wasn't. And I'm really sad to let that go. But it was the right thing to do. He asked if I wanted to be friends with him, and I said no, because it's all or nothing with me. You don't get to have all of the good parts of me as a friend, but not put in the work to have a romantic relationship with me. And I can't see myself in the future being a friend to him, and then, maybe he's ready to be in a relationship, date someone else, and I'm like, good for you, when I still have this, attraction towards him. It doesn't really make sense. And I feel like it's not really fair to me. And I respect myself too much.
Until she meets the right person. Ladies, let me give you some game here. You have no idea how calling a man the right person is a turnoff, especially when you're over 50. If you can't identify him as your man, say, hey, I want to find my man. I want you to be my man. If you can't even say that, then men are going to be like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to call you my woman. When you implement this distance from rip, that means that you are the one not allowing him to be your man. He's not going to sign up if he's not offered the position, or more to the point, he's not referred to by the proper position. And I find it funny how she started off saying that he was the one who pulled away, but then she's the one who decided not to continue things. Again, you're not making much sense. It seems like he's the one who was saying, nah, this ain't working out. But we can be pals. At the same time, another giveaway is when she said, you don't get to have all the good parts of me as just a friend and not a relationship. Wow, that is female code for he wanted to be FWBs. And she was like, nah, I want my person to commit, which is why he didn't commit. Again, ladies, this gorilla is here to help you all out. This is me doing an audit, and in an audit, you must analyze what has been said, what has been done, and give a proper review. I believe that this elder post-war queen was too set in her ways, and the guy just wasn't interested. I actually think that she wanted him to do the bending, and he was like, nah, fam, I'm good. Besides, you're awesome on your own, right? Then why do you need to make a video about me? Saying how great it was with me, but it's good that you let me go, but apparently it affected you so much you have to make a video. Obviously, being alone isn't that awesome if you have to do that. That is a major hit of copium right there.
But at the same time, it's painful. I would do it all over again because that's how I am. I open my heart fully. I love fully. I embrace life fully, and that sets myself up sometimes to get hurt. And I wouldn't do it any other way. I can't be any other way. So that's what's going on with me. Not really home inspector material, although I did a home inspection yesterday, and at the very end I was in the crawl space, and lo and behold, there was a cast iron drain pipe that was completely snapped, and water from the laundry, from the washer, was pouring into the crawl space. So I don't know if this person buying the property who's actually also living there, was a fourplex. So they were living there and then buying the whole complex. And I don't know if she would have known that this was happening had I not done that inspection that way. And so the message is, timing is everything. I don't know. I don't know what the message is. Maybe you know, but thanks for listening. Here's my TikTok for the day.
Hold up there, Colleen. You're closing out this video saying that you would do it all again? I thought you started this video saying that dating sucks. Make up your mind now. Oh, but you would do it all again because this is the type of person you are? Because you're all in? Wow, you must be a terrible poker player. I mean, you probably get a 7-deuce offsuit and you go all in pre-flop. And you justify that play because that's the way you are. But dang it, Colleen. How exactly can you make a video and try to tie in home inspections, nursing pipes, and the flooding of a crawl space to your dating life and say, oh, well, the message is this, and I really don't know? Wow. This is the kind of nonsense that women love to follow. Now, ladies, let me point out, for as ridiculous as that sounded, this is the kind of stuff that most women do when they try to align their horoscopes with their dating lives. I mean, if we could say right now that all that crap she said about the home inspection has nothing to do with her dating life, how is it that you ladies actually believe that planets and stars that are billions of miles away have anything to do with your bad decision making? I mean, saying, oh, sorry, I just slept with a bad boy and became a single mom. It's a Scorpio thing. This queen just did what most women usually do. They want to deflect some part of the accountability of their bad choices onto something else. They don't want to accept it fully. It's mostly, what can I partially blame for this bad decision I made in my life? He got away. Dang it. How can I tie that into a busted pipe when he's no longer a laying pipe? It's simple. You can't. Then again, the way she's describing this guy, she probably has him on speed dial for a midnight booty call.
Oh, behave.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.